Does it look like I'm standing in a weird, like, Star Wars hallway? So, welcome to my van. And oh, does it need some work, but I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so some of the basics. This is a 1987 Chevy G20 Chevy van. So that basically means it's like a 3/4 ton truck, except it's a van, and it actually is unibody, not body on frame. I didn't even know that. So this van is cosmetically challenged, as you will soon see, but the major selling feature, and the reason why I was willing to put up with all that, if you can't tell already, is the fact that I'm standing up right now in the middle of the van, and that's pretty awesome. So this van had a high top roof put on shortly after it was purchased. I actually got to talk to the owner who owned it before the person I bought it from, and he had it for 20 years, and he knew a little bit of the backstory. So this van was purchased brand new, had this conversion done, and then the gentleman that bought it passed away shortly after that, and then the gentleman I was talking to had it for about 20 years. So, and then the person I bought it from had it for about 3 years. So like I said, it is a bit cosmetically challenged on it. Like, there's plenty of nicer full-size vans or G20 vans out there cosmetically, but if I wanted to find one of those and then put a roof on there, I was seeing estimates of around $4,000 to $5,000 at least to put a roof like this on it. So I was willing to put up with those cosmetic challenges just for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and the microphone, and then give a little bit of a tour. All right, now forgive the mess. I am in the process of getting supplies and things for building out the interior, but you know, whatever, this reality. So let's start up at the front here. As you can see, the passenger seat is flipped around. That's because both of these seats are in fact swivel seats, which is pretty awesome. The seats themselves are a little bit tired, a little bit dirty. I'll probably just find some seat covers for them for now. It's got a stereo. Yeah, that's fine. But it does have rear air conditioning, and it works. And the front AC obviously works too. So that's pretty neat. Behind here is the doghouse, which gives you access to the engine. I don't think there's like a glove box over there, but anyway, I'm just gonna plan on leaving this seat spun around like that, just like the Subaru. I don't intend on having passengers, just Remy, and it's kind of nice to have a spot to sit with your feet out this way. Okay, so, and also when I bought it, this window and that window were boarded up with this same paneling. It's not that great, but then so I pulled that off, and these windows were actually covered in spray paint too. So I used goof off graffiti remover and a razor blade, and basically spent a whole afternoon scraping paint off the windows. This actually still has paint on the bottom part. This is a slider. It does work, but I need to replace the handle because it's missing, and the slider gets kind of caught on these little loose nuts. So gotta do that. I also need to find new rubber seals for that one. It's got two RV windows in the back that are vertical sliders, but they have since been sealed shut with silicone, and I'm not gonna bother trying to get those ones working. As long as they don't leak, I'll be fine with that. And it has the pop out back windows, which is pretty cool. So plenty of ventilation from the windows. It does have a roof vent that's a little bit ugly right now, but it doesn't seem to be leaking. So I just need to clean that up, make it more presentable, and so yeah, even more ventilation there. It did come with this bed platform, and what I'm actually going to do is end up modifying this a little bit, but using it still, and the bed is going to go sideways back there. Now, I'm 5'11", so it's going to be a tight fit, but I'm going to be able to actually fit from the back doors to the front of this wheel well. A queen size mattress will be perfect. I just need to cut it down 10 inches to fit side to side, and that'll give me plenty of room to lay down diagonally, or I like sleeping with my legs elevated anyway, so that'll shrink me a little bit, and plenty of room for Remy as well. Up above the back area, there's a storage loft, I'm probably gonna have my suitcase and like dirty laundry and like camera bag, just stuff up there. There is another loft on this side that I have since torn apart because there was an annoying rattle coming from right here, and I went crazy and just tore this whole thing apart. This did look identical to that, but I found a 1 foot section of copper pipe rolling around up here in this metal channel, and it was driving me crazy. So I got that out, and now it works fine. Under where the dog bed is right now, and this center console piece, there's actually an auxiliary battery box sunk into the floor that goes under the van, but I'm going to need more than one auxiliary battery, so what I'm going to use that spot for is where it's going to be where I mount my diesel heater. I'm going to get an all-in-one diesel heater, and since there's a hole in the floor already right there, I'm just going to cut away the carpet and use the metal and mount the heater to the metal lid of the battery box, and run the exhaust straight through the floor, since again there's already a hole there, and the intake as well. So that's kind of a perfect spot, and it's kind of central to the van, so I think that'll work out well. Like I said, the bed's going to be in the back, so right about here I'm going to have some kind of a camp table, or just some kind of table to sit at. And then from this section of the wheel well to about this, where the skinny door ends, is going to be a kitchen area, so that I'll be able to swing out this door and like cook with a view, I guess. So that'll be kind of neat. And that's pretty much the inside. Like I said, well, I'm gonna focus on just getting this area functional this winter, and then in the springtime basically pull it all out and start from scratch, because I don't want to get caught with a half-finished interior when winter comes around. So that's going to wait for like a springtime project. What else is going on in here? There's some interesting wiring happening right here. I guess these 12-volt sockets all work, but looks like maybe like some extension cords were used or something. So I'm gonna redo all that anyway. These are tied into the vehicle starting battery, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna redo all the lights and everything. Now we'll take a little walk on the outside. I also need to sound deaden the doors because Remy's terrified of rattling and banging, and these old metal doors are quite noisy. The cosmetic story is not much better on the outside. Lots of typical GM paint fade. I'm really not sure what these metal panels are all about. I thought maybe there was a window here, except there's another panel right here. So I don't know if maybe there was some kind of access to like camper accessories, like a water tank. I mean, I have no idea why this is here, but anyway, we'll see what we can do with that. Again, more paint fade. The roof has seen a little bit of better days, but I have a plan for that. This seal goes along and covers all the screw heads. This thing is held in with probably, 100 screws? I don't know, a ton of screws, and this rubber stripping covers all the screw heads. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back all the silicone. A little bit of water does come through. I noticed a tiny bit of moisture coming through some of the screw holes. So there's been an attempt to reseal this thing. I ordered a new weather stripping seal, but I'm not convinced that it's the correct one. So if it's not, then I'm going to try and remove as much of this silicone as I can and redo this seal, or seal it up with like lap sealant or something the best I can, and then I'm going to actually bed line the roof with a low texture bed liner, and I'm going to try and get that done before wintertime, and as far as the paint goes, probably in the springtime, I'm actually going to paint this all white. I think just white on white, and the main reason really is that counterintuitively white kind of does a good job at hiding dirt and little body imperfections, because I'm not going to be a perfectionist. If there's little dents and dings, I'm not going to try and like fill those and sand them back. I just want it to look a little bit more presentable. And then maybe as far as the trim and stuff goes, paint the trim black or leave the chrome. I haven't decided yet. When it comes time to get new tires, I'll probably get some aftermarket wheels. The aftermarket wheels can really dress up a van, so try and take some of the creepiness out of it. But until then, maybe I'll just take these wheels off and paint the white parts black and leave the hubcaps or something. Alright, well, that was a quick tour of the van. Yep, it needs some work, but I think it'll be a good project and provide plenty of good videos for the channel. So I'm pretty excited to get to work on it. I'm going to start working on getting the bed platform done up tomorrow, and got to do some mattress shopping. So stay tuned for some more videos. Like I said, this isn't going to be a complete restoration build out probably until the spring, but until then, and for the winter time, I'm just going to get it functional for me and comfortable, and then move on from there. I hope you guys found this little tour interesting. Yeah, I know, I understand that this is it's a daunting task, but I'm kind of determined to prove to myself that I can make it happen and turn this thing into an awesome van. So that's it for this video, so stay tuned. We're going to be going through this van, doing some fun projects that hopefully a lot of people might find helpful or useful or use as inspiration for their own builds. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys on the next one.
If you like to follow along with the rest of our adventures, make sure to subscribe, and to make sure you don't miss out on any other videos, click the notification bell as well.